Good morning, friends. Welcome you all to the BA third year semester 5th English optional paper number 9th Modern English Structure Introduction to English Speech Sounds. In previous some videos, we discussed speech sounds, the difference between letters and sounds that we are concerned with it. We are dealing with it in this particular semester under the title Modern English Structure. In this particular video, we will discuss about the organs of speech. From last some days, you have been listening to me while telling about the speech sounds. The question may be raised in your mind that how the human sound is produced, which system is existed in our body, which creates, which articulates, which produce sounds. So let us start the topic organs of speech. My dear students, nature has blessed us with different types of organs. We have so many organs. Our body consists of multiple organs. And every organ has their own role, natural role to play. Every organ of the human body has its own role to play. We have legs to walk, to move. We have hands to pick up the things. We have eyes to see the things. We have nose to smell. We have tongue to taste the things, food. We have teeth to chew the food. So what I mean to say that human body has so many organs and every organs has their own natural role to play. But some of them are known as speech organs. We know that the human sound is produced with abstraction in the air. The human sound is produced with the air which is released by the lungs. So the air is must to produce to articulate the sounds. And in the flow of the air, abstraction is made, and with the abstraction, the sound is created. And that particular abstraction is made by some organs in the body. And these organs are known as speech organs. One particular system is existed in our body, and with the help of that system, we can create the human sounds. The speech organs can create the sounds, and the organs which are involved in the articulation of the sound, the organs which are involved in the particular in the production of the sounds, they are known as speech organs. Human being or we can create sound with the help of speech organs, and the organs which are involved in that particular process, they are known as organs of speech. Sorry for disturbance. Remember, in the world, all languages are produced with the air which is coming back from the lungs. When we take breathe in, it is called inhalation, and when we breathe out, it is called exhalation. Inhalation and exhalation. Inhalation means when we take breath in through our nose, through our mouths, whatever it may be. It is called the inhalation position process. And when we release the air, it is called exhalation. श्वासोश्वास आतमध्ये घेणे आणि श्वासोश्वास बाहेर सोडणे. श्वासोश्वास आतमध्ये घेतो त्याला इनहेलेशन असं म्हणतो आणि श्वासोश्वास बाहेर जे सोडतो त्या प्रोसेसला आपण एक्झलेशन असं म्हणतो. ऑल साऊंड in majority of the languages are produced with the air which is going away, which is going out of the mouth cavity, with the air released by the lungs. It means that the sounds are produced with exhalation. Only Sindhi language is exception for that. Sindhi language that we have in India, it is produced with inhalation. Except Sindhi language, all languages are produced, or the sounds in the languages are produced with the air released by the lungs. As I mentioned just now, two types of breathing. Breathing is must. To be alive, we must have oxygen, and we received oxygen, we take oxygen from the air by breathing. So two types of breathing, as I mentioned you, and they are called inhalation, exhalation. When we take breathe in, it is called inhalation, and when we throw out the air out of the mouth, it is called exhalation. And English sounds are produced with exhalation. As I mentioned, only the sounds in Sindhi language, they are produced with exhalation process. English, as far as English language is concerned, the sounds occurred in English are produced with exhalation. So this is the process of the creation of sounds, that the lungs which receives the air and in order to inhalation and exhalation process, we get energy to take in and to throw out by the muscles of the chest. The lungs, the muscles of the chest, they are considered in the first category, that is the respiratory system. The next step, the next system in the articulation of the sounds, in the production of the sounds, is known as phonatory system. Phonatory system consists of the larynx, which contains the vocal cords. The vocal cords, which are situated on the top of the windpipe, Shashan Nalika that we say in Marathi. At the top of the windpipe, we have two small elastic tissues. They are known as vocal cords. They are very important to remember. The vocal cords have their own role to play. As I mentioned earlier, every organ has their own role to play. The lungs receives oxygen to keep our body alive. So the windpipe also has their own role to play. They are situated, they are placed on the top of the windpipe through which the air enters and goes out. The windpipe and the vocal cords, which are situated on the top of the windpipe, they are they are like two small elastic tissues. They are very flexible. They are active articulators. Their primary role is to prevent the things, the food or water from entering into the windpipe. Remember, windpipe receives only air. A windpipe never accepts any other things like food, water, or anything. So it prevents the things entering into the windpipe. This is the primary role. And the vocal cords, they are also known as the speech organs. The air stream, which is released by the lungs, enters first at the larynx through the windpipe. The larynx, the place or the vocal cords that I mentioned here, it con it contains two vocal cords. It's called larynx. These particular organs come in the category of phonatory system. The outgoing air is being processed at this particular. The process actually begins from this particular point onwards. The first process is being made at the larynx. The third system is an articulatory system. As I mentioned just now, that the outgoing air is being processed by the different organs. The first process takes place at the larynx by the two vocal cords. The two vocal cords, they can come together and they can be separated. When they are separated, the air which is coming from the lungs, it enters into the mouth cavity without any disturbance, and the sound which is coming through the vocal cords without any disturbance, that particular sound is called as voiceless sounds. And in the production of some sounds, the vocal cords come together, they are joined, the vocal cords are vibrated. It means that the outgoing air is processed and it is called voiced sounds. We will discuss it all these things in the next lecture. So today we are dealing with the systems which are existed in our body, the systems which create the human sounds. Three systems are there: articulatory system, which consists of lungs, the muscles of the chest; phonatory systems, we have larynx, which consists of two vocal cords; and the third system is the articulatory system. It comprises of it consists of the organs of speech such as the lips, upper lip and lower lip, teeth, upper teeth and lower teeth, the tongue. Naturally, tongue is not divided into any groups or the parts, but for our convenience, we have divided it: the tip of the tongue, blade of the tongue, back part of the tongue, etc. And the roof of the mouth. At the roof of the mouth, we have hard palate, soft palate, teeth ridge, which is also known as alveolar ridge, etc. The nose. So all these organs are considered in one group, that is called the articulatory system. With the help of all these organs, we can produce the sounds as I mentioned: active and passive articulators. The organs which are discussed in three systems, they are broadly divided into two groups, active and passive articulators. For so many times, I have mentioned the speech organs, remember. It starts from the lungs to lips. Between lungs and lips, so many organs are situated and they are directly involved in the production, in the articulation of speech sounds. And all these speech organs are divided into two groups, active and passive articulators. Why they are active? The organs which are movable, which organs they can change their position. They are called as active and passive. The organs which do not move their position, they are fixed in position. They are known as passive articulators. Of course, the sound is produced with the abstraction, with the disturbance, and the abstraction or the disturbance is made with the help of active and passive articulators. Active articulators is raised, is moved towards the passive articulators to disturb the flow of the air which is coming from the lungs, which is released by the lung. So the active passive articulators, as we discussed it,